Hello, so I got this new orchid from Meyer, so I figured I would make a video on how to water culture it. And what you're about to see is me taking it out of the pot and making a discovery. And the audio to this was pretty funny, so I'm gonna have the actual audio play here in just a second. Ugh! This is infested!
With bugs? What?
With something.
Take it in the garage and do your video in the garage.
So what you're seeing here are all of those white specks are thrips, and then the green is like a mold or mildew that is in between the nursery pot and the cash pot. Thrip,
Bugs in my kitchen.
thrips or something.
What? What'd you say?
I think it might be thrips.
Say it louder.
I think it might be thrips.
What is that? What are those?
It's a type of bug.
Get it out.
Griffin, please stop. I'm going to take it outside and spray it down. So I'm going to have to take a different course of action because that's gross. Alright, I'm doing this differently than how I would usually do this. I was going to make a how to water culture your orchid, but I'm pretty much going to do the same things that I would do in the house in the sink, but since this is infested with some sort of bug, thrips possibly, I'm not really sure, some sort of white bug, and you can see those all over. And then the pot, it's really kind of gross. This pot is just nasty. Filled with bugs and moss or mildew or something. I don't even know. It's gross though. But typically, what I would do is dump all of the bark out that I can in a sink and pick through the roots that way. But I don't want this in the house. I don't want this near my other plants, so I'm going to get to spraying with the hose. So I'm just going to put the hose on jet and get rid of all this. It's yucky and rainy out, but it is what it is. The jet on the hose just really gets in there. There's that soil plug that they use to start those. So I think I got pretty much all of the bugs out. I'm not even going to bring that into the house. I'm going to throw that away. That pot actually has a chip in it anyway, so not really a loss there. Alright, I think that these should be good to bring into the house. Gonna throw this nastiness into the dumpster, and then we'll bring that inside and work on going through the roots, getting rid of any good. Turn my hose off. So quite often I buy orchids that are on sale just because the leaves have fallen off or the blooms have fallen off, and so they sell them. But this orchid cost almost $40. I didn't get this because I thought it was going to be a rehab. I got it because it's beautiful, but it sure did have an ugly surprise in there, huh? So now I'm examining the roots, making sure there are no longer any lingering pests, and then I'm also picking off some of the orchid bark that's still adhered to the roots. And then I'm going to go ahead and start clipping any spots that are dried out or mushy, or you can see the black rot on them. So I'm just going to go through the roots, get rid of anything that we no longer need. So I'm giving everything one last rinse over. And then I also saw something on here that I thought might be worth showing. Some orchids are injected with dye, and you can see on this one where they did that, there is a little bit of a glue they put over the damage they caused, and on this stem you can also see the hole where they injected it with an orange dye. So like those bright blue orchids you see in the stores, they aren't actually blue, they're white orchids. So if the flowers fall off and you get the orchid to rebloom again, they're not going to be blue. And the white in the center of this roots is from the lack of airflow, so those will start to turn more green as they have more airflow now. So now I'm getting a vase and I am carefully putting all of the roots in there without breaking any if I can. And then I'm going to fill the vase with only 1/3 of the roots with water. So the bottom third of the roots is all you need covered with water. You don't have to have all of the roots submerged, but here is the water line. I'm going to spray the leaves with this orchid fertilizer. It's not necessary though. And there you go.